All right, let's get this party started. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to the Senior Center of West Seattle's annual breakfast, and this is a special one this year. It's the big reveal. So we have got some exciting stuff coming up. My name is Ryan Schaefer. I'm honored to be your MC here this morning. I'm a longtime West Seattle resident. I'm also a local business owner. I own a CrossFit gym called South Seattle CrossFit. I'm the proud parent of a sixth grader at Madison Middle School. I also have a son at Genesee Hill Elementary School. I coach West Seattle Little League baseball and softball, so I'm very entrenched in this community. I love this community, and the Senior Center is a very, very special place right in the heart of this community. All right, so has anyone heard the rumor that there's going to be a big announcement coming up later this morning? You've heard maybe a little something about that? All right, so if that's one of the reasons that you are here, can I get a big woo-hoo? I think we can go louder than that. How about a what? Can I get a big what? All right, well, I can confirm that, yes, there is going to be an exciting announcement a little bit later in our program, but we're also here today because we believe that everyone should have a welcoming and inclusive gathering place. And we know that the Senior Center provides that and much, much more for our West Seattle community. So we're going to have a fantastic hour celebrating everything we love about the Senior Center of West Seattle. But before we begin, let's pause and acknowledge that we are gathered on the lands of the Coast Salish people, specifically the ancient land of the Duwamish people. We give thanks for their stewardship of this land. All right, we have a fun program planned for you today. You're going to hear stories, program highlights from the Senior Center staff and volunteers, people who are working incredibly hard to make sure that this community has everything it needs to support our residents as they age. So a big part of what the Senior Center does is to ensure that this community creates a place where people feel welcome and included. And as I'm sure everyone is aware, many people become even more isolated and lonely as they age. So the Senior Center's programs are designed to help people build community, participate in healthy activities, and prevent loneliness. So our goal this morning, before we leave here, our goal this morning and really throughout the day is to raise $50,000 to support these critical programs. Okay, so hopefully you're all fueled for philanthropy this morning and you're ready to dig deep, and we're going to see if we can hit that goal, all right? Can we do that together? Now, I know that we have some high achievers here because you've already been raising money throughout the several weeks leading up to this event. So if we could get a look at our progress already, we're going to show it up here. Okay, so we are already at 5,800. Hey, we're getting there, and our goal is 50,000. So we're going to keep this thermometer. We'll check in on it as we go throughout the morning, and we can see some names that have already donated. So thank you for those that have. Thank you, Kim Frost, and we're going to see if we can keep that going near our $50,000 mark. So all of the money raised through this campaign provides essential funding to make the programs, classes, events, and services of the Senior Center possible. The work simply cannot get done without our community's help. So let's give a big round of applause to all of our peer-to-peer fundraisers who has helped get us off to this great start. All right, now you're going to have an opportunity a little bit later this morning to make a gift to support the Senior Center. And I've just heard we'll have varying levels, but anyone that donates $250 or more will receive a cool new branded sweatshirt with the Senior Center's new name, which again will be revealed here in just a short time, all right? So that's the mark. If you give $250 or more, you can walk out with some cool new swag with the new logo, new branding. Okay, so we'll get to that in a little bit. You're going to have the option to give by check, you can give by cash, and we also have an easy online giving site. So if you think you are going to want to give online, I do have a quick task for you to do right now. The cell reception in here is a little bit spotty, so I would encourage you, especially if you're going to go with the online route, to log on to the Wi-Fi, okay, and we've got the network right up here. It's Alki Guests. You should find that if you're opening up your phone there. And the password is simply West Seattle. Okay, all lowercase, all spelled out. So I'll give you just a moment here. If you're having any issues, find somebody about half your age in the room, okay? It's not me. I'm analog. I'm not a tech guy, so don't come to me looking for help. All right, so we can be posting stuff on Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook a little bit later on today here about our event, but I do want to give some applause to our table captains for bringing such a fun and lively group here today. So if you're a table captain, can you please raise your hand high? Let's take a look here at our table captains today. Give it up. Thank you, table captains. And today's event sponsors are also critical in helping us in gathering and in making this gathering possible. So our platinum sponsor and a huge year-round supporter of the Senior Center and many other causes throughout our entire West Seattle community is Nucor Steel. And we have some representatives from Nucor Steel right up here. Nucor, thank you all very much. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for being here this morning. And I'd also like to recognize some other key groups that are very integral to the Senior Center's work. So the Senior Center's Board of Directors is made up of community members who volunteer their time to help lead the organization. Many of these individuals also volunteer in other ways for the Senior Center. Could all of our board members, all of the Senior Center board members, can you please raise your hand? Yeah, go ahead and stand. Kristine, I like it. Board members, go ahead and stand for us real quick. Round of applause for the board members. Another awesome group of people that make this magic happen is the staff team. So would all Senior Center staff members please go ahead and stand up. Let's acknowledge our Senior Center staff members. Big round of applause. Thank you. More than 150 people. Okay, I'll say that again. More than 150 people volunteered in the last year at the Senior Center. So if you have ever volunteered at the Senior Center, past, present, please raise your hand, stand up. Let's see it right there. Look at all these hands. Look at all these hands. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. And finally, our most important group of people, and that would be the members of the Senior Center themselves. A big wave, a big show of hands if you are a member of the Senior Center of West Seattle. So a program that has been booming in popularity at the Senior Center and has drawn a lot of new members is fitness. The Senior Center offers dozens of programs and classes to help people stay healthy and active and address the unique health needs of older adults. So these include balance and strength classes, yoga, dance, fitness classes, Tai Chi. How many of you have participated in one of these classes? All right, so pretty good number. I think after this, we might even have more. Okay, so the Senior Center also offers programs and classes that support members' mental health, like meditation, healing touch, sound bath healing. So to lead us in a little morning exercise, I'd like to introduce you to one of the Senior Center's yoga instructors, Katie Aversinti Schumacher, and to give us a demonstration of sound bath healing at the same time, welcome Judy Irvin. So Judy and Katie, take it away.
Hi, my name is Katie. This is Julie. I am a yoga instructor, one of 4 at the Senior Center. My class is on Wednesdays. It's called Rejuvenating Yoga, 3 to 4 p.m. It's such a lovely sangha that we've created, a yoga community. We check in, we see what people would like, and then we collaborate our yoga experience. So I invite you now. You can stay seated, you can stand if you like. Wherever you're at, just take a moment, listen to your body, and call out anything that you might want today for our little 3-minute yoga experience. I'll be silent for 20 seconds. You just call it out, body part, pose. Thanks. Okay. So let's start by coming to your breath. You can let your eyes close or your gaze soften. We'll We'll inhale, reach your arms out. Maybe you touch a neighbor all the way up to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. An intention for you, for your practice, for the community. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up, all the way up. Exhale, twist to your right. Maybe your arms come into a cactus shape so you don't smack your neighbor. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, over to your left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Palms to lap. Inhale here. Exhale, drop chin toward chest. Inhale. Exhale, right ear toward right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, chin toward chest. Inhale, exhale, left ear toward left shoulder. Head comes to neutral. If you're sitting, somebody said hips. Lift your right knee toward your shoulder. If you're standing, somebody else said balance. Little circles with your knee, one direction, and then the other. And then you can set that foot down, lift left knee toward left shoulder. Breathing, little circles. And then the other way. And then set that foot down. Big inhale, hands come out to either side, arms come up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Gentle bow to your intention, to your practice, and to the rest of this amazing program. Namaste.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Judy. If I started every morning like that, I'd be much more zen, much more centered. So a lot of folks come to the Senior Center because they're looking for connections, right? And that often happens as we start feeling isolated, and it can be harder to maintain friendships as we get older. So to help address this, staff at the Senior Center are very intentional about designing programs that bring people in to build connections. So Conversation and Friendship Corner is a new program, okay, where members can tell stories and work on friendship building skills in a comfortable setting. The program was so popular that they recently added a second session. And here to talk a little bit more about this is Joe Lamy, the class facilitator. Joe, if you'd like to come up and say a few words about that. Did you want this mic or do you want that mic?
Hello, is it on? I facilitate a couple of groups in Friendship and Conversation Corner. And what we do is battle loneliness from the inside out. We tell stories about our lives, and we have no shaming, so that we make positive comments to each other, so we feel comfortable in opening up wholeheartedly about who we are. And when we tell a story about ourselves, the most exciting thing happens. We illuminate each other and ourselves. Somebody will be telling a story about something they had done a long time ago, and they were stumbling and making a fool of themselves, but they conquered. They came through. And what happens is all of us recognize that. We learn empathy, that we all share the same basic needs, and It's probably the most satisfying thing I've ever done in my life, because I get to see people feeling comfortable and connected, oftentimes for the first time in quite a while. When our spouse leaves us or our favorite neighbor moves away, we have a hole in our heart. And until we can develop that sense of comfort again, we feel sort of disconnected. So this has been fun for me and the rest of the people I get to work with. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. And now I have the privilege to introduce somebody that really needs no introduction, somebody that probably has a personal relationship with just about everybody in this room. She's committed to community. She's someone that loves working in the area of aging. I've gotten to know her a little bit in prep for this program. She leads this organization with such empathy. She's an amazing human being. Please join me in welcoming the Senior Center of West Seattle's Executive Director, Amy Lee Derenthal.
Good morning. Wow, good morning, everyone. This is just fantastic to see all of you in the room this morning. And I'm really honored to have all of you have taken time out of your lives to be here with us today in celebration. So thank you so much for being here. It's hard for me to contain my excitement. I'm just so excited about today. We get to spend time with all of you, our amazing supporters of the Senior Center. We get to raise money to fund the fabulous programs that our staff team create and run. And we get to announce our new name, which I promise we'll be doing just a little bit later. One of the reasons I'm so excited is the growth the Senior Center has experienced during the past 4 years since I started as executive director. We had about 600 members pre-pandemic, like 2019, 2020, before COVID. And then during the depths of that pandemic, we went down to about 375. Well, we just hit 1,312 members last week. Whoop, whoop. And then what's also exciting is the huge range of our members. Our youngest member is Claire Seitz, who is here today. She's 27. Claire, where'd you end up? Claire's here. She joined just a couple months ago. And then our oldest member is Emil Martin, and he's 102. He comes every week to play bridge, and he just like runs up the stairs. He runs the group. It's just like you would never know that he was 102. And then, whoops, you might have slipped a little bit. Oh, no, here we are. Sorry, I'm reading from the thing. So I love this line. We are a place for everyone to grow into whatever age they're ready. People want to be at the Senior Center because it's a fun, engaging place full of energy and vibrancy. In fact, we have a whole team of volunteers whose job it is to ensure our newest members know their way around and can navigate our programs. We want people to feel welcome and included. Our staff are incredibly creative and resourceful in listening to member needs and interests and designing programs that match. And our members know that they'll find more than 40 classes and activities every week to get involved in. To illustrate this variety, here are just a few examples of recent programs we've had: Cannabis 101, Sound Bath Healing, Pickleball Injury Prevention, which is a thing, Empathy Hour, and a technology lecture about what to do if you've been hacked. There's always something new to learn or experience in our building. Many people come to the Senior Center first as volunteers, and we regularly have around 100 to 200 people volunteering every year with us. Volunteers are extremely important to helping us run our Stop and Shop thrift store, which is a very important revenue generator for us. Sorry. Volunteers are extremely important, yes. We also want you to know that if people need additional support, our staff social workers, we have 2 staff social workers, we're super lucky. They are here to help provide resources and referrals for the things we face as we age. They also provide counseling and do outreach to the most vulnerable older folks in our community. And our social workers offer opportunities to participate in one of our 5 support groups, including one for folks with Parkinson's diagnosis, one for people who are low vision, and one for caregivers. And of course, we want to keep our community fed. We are the best kept secret in town when it comes to delicious and affordable lunch. We offer hot meals in a communal setting Monday through Thursday and a cafe-style lunch option with soups, quiches, salads, and sandwiches prepared from scratch every weekday. As we continue to grow, we plan to eventually add programming outside of our building, most likely in partnership with other nonprofits. This will help us better meet the needs of a more diverse group of community members and serve folks as they're aging in Delridge and White Center and Pigeon Point and other pockets of our community. We hope to add more afternoon and evening programming so members who are still working or prefer to be active later, Sue, we'll have a place can come and, sorry, I had to do that one. We'll have more options later in the day. And our new name is also something I'm very excited about. We began exploring our new name about 2 years ago in response to feedback from our members and community members, which showed that a lot of folks over age 50 don't identify as a senior. It was a fun process, holding focus groups and surveying our members and the broader West Seattle community about what a new name might look like. I truly feel that our new name celebrates everything we love about our organization, its members, and our community. It also better suits our goal to welcome in a wider demographic into our programs and be a place where everyone feels included. Ultimately, we want to reflect the vibrancy and energy of what's happening inside our building out into the broader community so we can support the next generation as they age. And I'm thrilled about our growth and all the potential we have. And I'm also going to be honest and say that we can't meet that potential without your help. As we serve more people every month, our expenses are also rising significantly. Individual donations make up a substantial portion of our annual budget. We need your ongoing long-term commitment to ensure that everyone has access to this fun, welcoming place and the services to support them as they age. Your investment today means so much as an endorsement of our work. Thank you for helping us be a place where our community can gather, learn, and thrive. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amy Lee. So she's not kidding when she says one of the best kept secrets is the deli, the restaurant there. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's so good, isn't it? It's amazing. I know. Yes, so homemade soups, homemade bread. It's incredible. What else I really liked to hear in the background while you were talking was sounds of bottles of champagne popping. It was just... So that's always the sign of a good morning, right? When champagne's popping like that. So as Amy Lee just mentioned, your investment matters. And there's a group of people who are having a significant impact on this organization. And that's the Senior Center's Jewel of the Junction donors. So if you're not familiar with that, this special group of supporters who have said they will provide a financial investment of at least $1,500 for 3 years. Okay? So we have someone that's going to get up and talk a little bit about that, and his name is John Bennett. So John, if you could come on up and talk about why you made that commitment yourself, and you can talk a little bit more about the Jewel of the Junction. Please welcome John Bennett. Adam, do you want that mic or do you want this mic?
Well, thanks. Amy Lee asked if I'd come and talk about Jewel of the Junction, and I tried to put a speech together and use a teleprompter, but I'm kind of old school, so I'm going to take this out. I guess when I first was introduced to the Senior Center was back in 1986 when my friend Craig Roberts was putting together the deal for the sale of the building, which was pretty interesting. And I'm in real estate. I own Luna Park Cafe amongst other businesses, and he put it together, and they did a great remodel. And it is an amazing place, and it is kind of a hidden gem. Not a lot of people know about it, but I started to go to a few of the evening events. My friend Ben, who you probably know as Sylvia stayed for more, says, you got to come to the Rainbow Bingo. It's super fun. So I went there, and it was great. And then I started going to other events. I think they had the West Seattle Big Band, which is all the West Yale High School students. It was great. And I apologize to some of my friends who have already heard this story 100 times, but one of my favorite times there was we were at one of the events in the evening and went over to the cafe, which turned into the bar. And I was over there, and I had never been there. And so the bartender, I don't remember who it was, the bartender there, was getting a drink. I was there with my wife, and we're getting a drink, and I saw the menu, and I said, "So this is a cafe?" And he said, "Yeah, it's a cafe." And I go, "Well, how does it work? I mean, do you just walk up here and get lunch, or what?" He says, "Well, you know, it's you come up here and we have food and we provide, you know, lunch for seniors." And and she goes, "And you know, depending on what you have or what you want to pay, you just decide what you want to pay. And if you're a senior, you get a discount." And then she looks at me, and I said, "Well, that's great." And I have to tell you, my wife is quite a bit younger than me, and she was there with me. And so she looks at me and she goes, "Yeah, so you're a senior." And then she looks at my wife and she goes, "And you are a senior in high school." At that point, I knew I was in. But you know, I've been impressed with you know, all the things they do, especially during the pandemic when they're reaching out for, you know, housebound people that couldn't get out, and it's just so amazing. I personally go there every Tuesday to play cribbage. It's awesome, and one of the guys I play with the other day, he goes, "Can't believe if you would have told me 20 years ago that the highlight of my life was going to be playing cribbage at the senior center, I would have told you you're crazy, but here I am," so it was great. The Jewel, you know, I was a member, and then one day at the center, Amy goes, "Well, you should become a Jewel of the Junction," which just seemed like a brilliant idea, so I did that. And you know, for some of you that are younger, it's just kind of paying it forward, but you know, I really like supporting all the programs they have there, and you know, if you have the capacity at this level, I really invite you to join me and become a member of the Jewel of the Junction Circle. So your money's going to a good place. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Thank you for your commitment to the Senior Center. I got to be honest, cribbage on Tuesday sounds lovely. I'm in, man. I'm in. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so fans of the center, you are all going to have an opportunity, a moment to invest in this fantastic organization in just a moment. But before we do so, to share her passion and commitment to the Senior Center, please welcome Kristine Milkovich. Kristine?
Hello, good morning. Thank you all for being here. So I'm going to do this in a real brief 4 parts. I'm going to lead with a quote by David Bowie. And the quote is this: "Aging is really quite extraordinary. It is the place that you get to become the person you were meant to be." And I lead with that as a senior center member. I'm 53 years old. I pay my dues, and I use and love this amazing Jewel of the Junction. Second part is I have the great distinction and honor of being on the board of director leadership team as a secretary. And the third part is much like Ryan shared, I'm one of you. I'm of, breathe, live, contribute in this community. I live in Shorewood, Burien. I make West Seattle my playground and my home, my wife and I, Chris. I run a business here called the Milkovich team in real estate, and this is the fabric of my community. So I'll share 3 very brief stories of my why, and I would be remiss if I didn't start back at 8 years old. Detroit, Michigan. Feeling the scene, feeling it, feeling the grit? So I was raised by this extraordinary woman, single mother of 3. Her name's Nancy Ferry. She couldn't be here today. But we would go to church every Sunday morning and every Wednesday night. And boy, did she have to pull me in. But the thing that lit me up every Sunday is we would go across the parking lot to the senior center that the church owned, operated, and ran. She couldn't get me out of there. Washing of hair, rubbing of hands with lotion, attending to these beautiful creatures called aging humans, and just being there to love on them. So when Amy Lee and the board asked me to speak, I thought, my why. Why do I give of time, resources, heart, soul, energy, collaboration? I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to make it really brief. There's 3 that came to mind. Number 1, about 4 years ago, you might have heard of this thing called COVID. And I was sitting in my corporate office at John L. Scott with my team, and I had this proclamation that it is time for me to figure out how to be on a board. I'm a grown woman. That's something I want to get involved in. Who do I call? What do I do? So I reached out to an amazing community friend and colleague named Kelly Franklin. She put me in front of this amazing human called Karen Pfeiffer Bush. And because of that, I was able to go through the introduction and the interview process with our board of directors, executive director, Amy Lee Derenthal. So that's story number 1, why. Number 2 is I was at a new member mixer, and Amy Lee gave me the great fortune of sharing a 2-minute drive by my why there. And I couldn't get out from under the front of the room fast enough, and a woman came up to me with great vigor and energy and excitement and passion, smiling beautifully, and she said, I see me in you. I'm 53. We both have a full head of thick hair, silver in color. I feel like I could belong here. And my 3rd story, and I'll close with it, is my beautiful and wonderful Uncle Lloyd, sitting right over there. He moved here from Oregon 5 months ago for an array of reasons. I'll keep it brief. 2 is to be near his brother up the road, and to be near my wife and I, Chris, and to create a more robust, active, aging well senior life. And because of that gift in our life, we were able to gift him all of you. He is now a senior center member. He goes to every rainbow bingo we can get our hands on, and he goes to the amazing jazz night. And there is a last thing that I will close with. Because of the programming of the staff and the volunteers and Amy Lee's leadership and direction, he also attends programming. And one is fabric painting. And Ryan, if you'd be so gracious to grab those for me. And not only is he a creative and is massively skilled, but the inspiration, if you'd open the other one, please, the inspiration from the Senior Center of West Seattle, these are around my neck regularly. They are gifted to people, and he lives at the Shag Senior Apartments. I don't work for them. It's not a plug. It's just where he lives in Tukwila. And because of the Senior Center, and the resources and the funding and the why and the passion, guess what Uncle Lloyd gets to do every week? He now facilitates his program at the Shag and still comes to the Senior Center as an attendee. So if there is any need to feel that love and feel that passion, there is no donation too small and there is no donation too big. And we are grateful for each of you, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Kristine. Great job. Should I leave this here displayed, or would you like it? I love it. It's awesome. So you've heard about this fantastic resource, the programs and services that this West Seattle community very much depends on. So now I'm going to ask you to help fund it. And Kristine just said it, there is no amount too small, there is no amount too big. We're looking for full participation. But before we get rolling, I'm going to circle back around, okay, to what John spoke about, the Jewel of the Junction Giving Circle. And so again, maybe you're someone here today that is willing to dig deep and to give $1,500 and commit to that for 3 years. Okay, so hopefully there's some people here that consider joining that Jewel of the Junction Circle. Okay, so before we jump in though, I am told that we have an announcement to share from our friends at Nucor Steel, again, right over here. Okay, so I'm going to head off the stage for just a moment. Nucor Steel, ladies and gentlemen, is offering $15,000. I'll say that number again, $15,000 in matching funds today. Nucor Steel, thank you so much. So that means that your donation gets doubled. If you're someone that's willing to give $250 today, thank you to Nucor Steel, that becomes $500. You're someone that's willing to give $500, that donation is going to turn into $1,000. Again, thank you, Nucor. All right. That's right, absolutely, give it up. Let's get started. You can donate any level that feels meaningful for you, okay? We have $50, $100, $500, $1,000, any other amount you select. And don't forget, again, if you hit that $250 mark, you get to walk out with some pretty awesome new swag with that name that we will reveal here very, very shortly now, okay? And that is a branded sweatshirt with that new name. So there are multiple ways that you can give. You can do so by check. You can do so by cash. You have the giving cards that are either on your table or are being passed out, okay? You can also scan that QR code on your table, on everyone's table there where that event program is. There is a QR code, and you can scan that. I'm going to show you here just how easy that is, okay? So you can just go right on up. I'll do it up here on the screen, hopefully, if my shadow's not blocking it. There we go. I had my Wordle on there for the day. I won't give it away in case you haven't done it yet. It took me 4 tries. Hold on here. Waiting. It's verifying that I'm human. Verification has been successful. That's a good sign. All right. So again, it gives you the amounts there. You can choose whether you want to do this as a one-time donation, a monthly donation, quarterly. Okay, so there's a lot of ways. Also, if you need help, you can simply raise your hand. One of the volunteers from the Senior Center can come around and give you a hand. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right here, and we're going to start showing these donations coming in real time. I'm not a robot. I'm confirming that. Okay, I have done it. I've donated. Let's see if it shows up. Thank you to all that are doing so. Cami McNamara, thank you. Julie Davis, thank you. It's rising. It's rising. We've got our thermometer right here. Again, everybody, we are trying to hit $50,000. We are trying to hit $50,000. We're getting almost halfway there. Okay, there's Don Bly. Thank you. Amy Huey in the house. Thank you, Amy Huey. Again, if you need any help with that, and if you're having any tech difficulties, like I said, just go ahead and raise your hand. Someone can come around. If that becomes too difficult, cash or check is 100% okay. What's that? Say that one more time. Oh, for the text message. Yes. For text message, yes, you can text. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You can text. So, okay, there it is right there. So I'll just say it out loud. So you can text SCWS 2024. So again, Senior Center, West Seattle, 2024. So SCWS 2024. The number you text is 41444. Thank you for saying that. I'll say that again. The number you can text is 41444, and you can simply text SCWS 2024. There's also a website that you can go to, and that should take you there if you go to that QR code. So again, that number 41444 if you want to text. All right, this is impressive. Remember, Nucor is matching up to $15,000. I'll say that one more time. That is absolutely amazing. We thank you, Nucor. Thanks so much to everybody that is currently giving, that is still going to give. Again, I know we have other means that are coming as we go, and we'll be keeping that tally going throughout the morning and really throughout the day. All right, Amy Lee, are we ready? I mean, do we feel like we're ready for this? I mean, I can give it another minute or two. If we can give it another minute or two here on the donation, but I think it's about go time. Oh my goodness! Well, I think yes. Let's make sure if your table is without a bottle of champagne, let us know. I think they've passed them out. We want to make sure that you've got your champagne ready. Okay. If not, you can have your coffee if you don't want to be. Yes. We don't have glasses. We've got the champagne bottles. We just don't have glasses, Amy. I guess we could we could really celebrate and just take a pull right out of the bottle. I don't know how comfortable we all are here at the tables yet. Okay, so we may need some glasses, so we'll give it just a moment. We have volunteers passing out glasses. That'll give some of you that are still working through the app and donating online. We're almost up to $30,000 here, okay? Let's hear for that. Thank you all for your generosity. We are nearing the $30,000 mark. We are inching our way up. We are almost there, and we're going to get there, no doubt about it. Okay, so hanging tight. We've got Larry Knapp over on the piano. Larry, you about ready? I'm going to wait here till our tables have their glasses. Okay, and up here on stage, we have Amy Lee and Dawn Shopper, the Senior Center's board chair. Okay, so Dawn and Amy Lee, here we go. Are you ladies both ready? Are all of you ready? The moment is here. The new name of the Senior Center of West Seattle is let's count it out loud, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Let's hear it. It's coming. The Center for Active Living, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, the Center for Active Living. Let's hear it. Congratulations. Grab your champagne, grab your coffee, let's have a toast. Raise it up high. Everyone, on the count of 3, let's toast together and yell cheers. 1, 2, 3, cheers. Dawn, Amy Lee, congratulations to you both. What an exciting moment. Amy Lee, we'd like to hear a little bit about the new name. I know you said that this has been in the process for 2 years. So Amy Lee is going to talk a little bit about that and how we landed on this new name, the Center for Active Living.
A big woo-hoo right now, everybody. Thank you for being here with me in this room right now. Thank you for your enthusiasm and your cheers. It feels so great to be able to share the name and celebrate. It's been a long time coming. We love the vibrancy and energy it projects, which is such a perfect reflection of the vibrancy and energy you'll see in our building and among our members. I truly feel that our name celebrates everything we love about our organization. I'm going to cry. Stop it. It's okay. Its members and our community. We have a few other exciting things happening, related to our new name. You may have heard that we recently put out a call for artists to commission a special mural on the entire outside of our building. And just really excited to have that in the junction and just be able to create a mural that invites more of our community in. And I'm pleased to announce that we have selected the artist. His name is Brady Black. You might have seen some of his murals along the monorail. There's faces that are along the stanchions downtown and throughout town. But his work is extremely colorful. It's inspiring, and it will extend a message of equity and inclusion. We can't wait to have him tell our story on our building, and we're going to include the community in that. We're hoping to have the mural completed by the end of the summer. Then we're also, in Cammie's in the house, we are launching a new website real soon, and it's going to be a great website because we wanted to make it so it's really user-friendly, make it easier for members to find upcoming events and activities and things that people want to participate in. So actually a special thank you and shout out to Cammie and Lindsay and and I want to thank everybody, who has helped out with this. I am also shout out to Lindsay Fournier, who's our graphic designer, going off script, and Linnea Westerland for all your help in all of our communications to move all of this work forward. I also want to thank our ambassador committee members, to our mural committee members, special shout out to Karen Pfeiffer Bush over there, and of course, to our board members for their hard work and leadership. We're so excited to move forward with our work serving this community with our new name. So thanks for being here. And Dawn Shopper, I think you have a couple things to share. Dawn is our fabulous leader of the board as our board president. So thanks, Dawn.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a thrilling moment for our board of directors, both because we get to finally share the news that's been kept so tightly under wraps. Also, to witness so much support and commitment to the organization's fantastic work. I serve on the board because my journey of caring for seniors since the age of 18 has instilled in me the profound dedication to ensuring they receive the care, support, and access to services they deserve. Joining the center embodies the belief that being part of a vibrant senior community is essential first step towards aging gracefully and joyfully within one's own community. Thank you for your help, for helping us support the physical, mental, and emotional health of our community. Huge kudos to our sponsors, to Nucor for their generous match, to our peer-to-peer fundraisers, table captains, donors, Jewel of the Junction donors, volunteers, members, and staff. Thank you, Ryan, for hosting us this morning.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Amy Lee. Congratulations once again on the new name. I've got a favor over here. Are we able to show the thermometer again? I would just want to see where we're at. And just as a reminder, okay, we're up to 31,000. Again, we're trying to get to 50. Again, thank you to all of those that have donated. And remember, you can continue doing so throughout the day. I know some people, whether it's cash or check, emails will be sent out. So we will continue and hopefully get that thermometer all the way up to $50,000. Now, before we wrap up, I do have a few things that I want to share. On your way out, you will see that we have some goodie bags. They're on the table over there. So please be sure and grab one as you leave. You are going to be the very first people here to get your hands on this new center swag. If you're a member, you're invited to stop by the center today or anytime to pick up a special gift that the staff have for you. Okay, so if you're a member, I know, right? Exciting. Something other than the goodie bag is waiting for you there. Now, this gift is only for members. It's only for members. So if you're not a member, but you want to become one, you can sign up right now. It's that easy, all right? So you can join online or you can do it in person at the center. So either online or you can go into the center and do that in person. Also, I know some of you have to get off to work, and I'm sorry if that's the case. However, the after party, there is such thing as a morning after party. That's continuing, all right? So this thing's rolling right over into the center itself. Everyone is welcome to visit and participate in the festivities. And up on the screen here, we're going to show some upcoming events that you don't want to miss. You've heard people talk about Rainbow Bingo and Piano Bar. So some of these, we've got some dates here. Piano Bar, Thursday, June 6th. Rainbow Bingo Night. I know that's always a crowd pleaser, a favorite. The next one of those will be Saturday, June 15th. The center's open house will be in the summer on August 8th. And again, you'll see this everywhere on social media, emails, everything else. So you don't need to memorize these dates. Just letting you know there's plenty of fun things coming up. The West Seattle Summerfest, the West Seattle Parade. So all kinds of fun things on the horizon. Make sure to put it in your calendars, all right? So you're all welcome to stay. You can chat. We've got Larry Knapp on the piano. He'll be playing some music, so feel free to mingle. Like I said, you can continue on to the center. Thank you again for all of your support, everybody in here, for your generosity today. A wonderful day to you all. And again, a big congratulations to everyone involved here on the new naming, the Center for Active Living. Thank you.